Complete the shift with ease. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council, and we are pleased to connect with all of you. We are measuring your progress by the overall vibration that we feel the human collective offering, and the one thing that you can be certain of is that your overall vibration as a collective continues to be in a higher and higher frequency. You are not regressing, not ever. You are always making progress, no matter what stories you see in the mainstream media. And you as individuals are making a huge difference when you are focused on your own vibration, that which you can feel and detect coming from inside of you. Now, it may be difficult for you to feel exactly what you are vibrating at times because you are focused on your thoughts, the actions that you need to take, and what has been just recently happening in your life that has you so focused mentally that you are losing track of your overall vibration. However, we notice that all of the energy that you expended through focusing on the past and the future and being mind-oriented eventually gets you all tired out, and you will take a break from trying to fix things that are going wrong from your perspective. It is in these moments of rest and relaxation that you allow yourself to benefit from what is happening throughout the entire universe, and that is a shift in consciousness that involves the frequency at which everything in this universe vibrates. You all benefit from it just by being, and of course, so do we. But the difference between the third dimension that you once knew and the fifth dimension that you are moving into is the biggest leap that a conscious can make. What that means is that you have the opportunity to feel the shift more strongly than the rest of us here in the higher dimension. We want you to allow yourselves to feel what is available to you, and we encourage you to do it before you get tired out from all your thinking and all of the doing that is necessary there in your world. Tune into what is going on inside and what you can detect in an overall energy field that is the universal consciousness. And we guarantee you that if you just let go and let yourself be taken into the higher frequency range, you will enjoy the ride. You have to let go of the idea that there's something that needs to be done to make it all happen. Instead, just let yourselves flow with the energies that are all around you. Ease your way into the fifth dimension. We've been very interested in the path that all of you will choose for your ascension experience. Every single individual on Earth and throughout the universe will have their own unique experience of ascension, and you are all choosing your own path. Therefore, we suggest that you pay attention to which part you are choosing. Many individuals on Earth believe that there has to be some sort of big cataclysmic event that will come before the shift is completed. Others believe that spaceships will come and take those who are ascending away to a different Earth. Some people believe that there will have to be certain events that will have to take place before the shift can occur, such as full disclosure. We are here to recommend to you that you choose to have the path of ease and joy to becoming your higher self. If you look at the fifth dimension as a place that you are going to, then yes, you might need some sort of vehicle to take you there. But it's not really about that. Easing your way into the fifth dimension version of you means that you love all aspects of yourself. It means that you embrace all parts of you. It means that you forgive yourself, and of course it means that you are capable of holding compassion in your heart for yourself and others, even those who are doing all the dastardly deeds. Ease your way into a new experience of self every day by looking for opportunities where you can be slightly more loving and gentle with yourself. Look for ways to reduce the amount of lower vibrational energy that you are holding on to. Look for ways to soothe yourselves, and definitely look for ways to feel all these unpleasant emotions, because as you do, you are disempowering them. A negative emotion has no power over you when you embrace it. It has lots and lots of power over you when you deny its existence, when you try and cover it up or push it down. Know what your typical responses are when you are experiencing one of these negative emotions. Write them down. Remind yourself that when you get triggered, you tend to eat or have sex or gamble or whatever it is you tend to do. Now, there are certain things you can do to help ease your way into the fifth dimensional version of yourself that are healthy. If you are triggered emotionally and you go for a walk or you go into the nature and you get the higher vibrational support, that is a healthy way of dealing with something that is very unpleasant for you. What you see on television and in your movies is how characters usually deal with these unpleasant emotions. They will drink, they will fight, they will find some way of throwing themselves into their work so they won't have to feel something unpleasant. Those characters, who are based on real people, of course, are going to have those more challenging experiences of shifting. When the human collective consciousness is ready for the shift to be completed, that's when it will happen. The date tends to move, depending on which timeline you are on. Just keep intending to put yourself on the best feeling timeline, and know that you are inviting others to do so whenever you make that choice. Preparing for the shift or the event. We have finished our evaluation of the human collective consciousness and its ability to handle higher frequency energies. Here's what we've discovered. Not everyone responds in the same way to higher frequency energy. Those who are unprepared for it completely have quite a few ascension symptoms and can sometimes even experience a sort of mental breakdown or even a seizure. Those who are awake but have not been preparing themselves for the higher frequency energies might experience some bodily sensations, some weird dreams, and some physical dehydration. Those of you who are awake and do expect the higher frequencies as they come in have beautiful experiences where you tap into new abilities, where you know yourselves as your higher selves for a period of time, and you also have many other positive outcomes. You might be wondering at this point how it is possible to know when the higher frequency energies are coming so that you can be prepared. At this point, it is a good idea to be prepared all the time. Don't just wait for a full moon or a solstice. Make sure that you are always hydrated, always rested. Make sure that you are constantly grounding, feeling your energies, emotions, connecting with nature, and opening yourselves up to receive. The experience of a heightened energy download can be one of the greatest experiences of your life. It can also be one of the worst. It really does depend on the environment these energies are stepping into. If a person has a lot of unresolved, unfelt feelings, higher frequency energies can bring them all to the surface. If a person is not taking care of themselves physically, the energies can intensify their experience of the illness or pain. As we have said, you might as well stay prepared because you are getting closer and closer to ascension every single day. Ascension will be the ultimate download of higher frequency energies. Preparing yourself for that major event that is coming in your lifetime is a very sound spiritual practice. But all of the things we have given you here as a way of taking care of yourselves and preparing higher frequency energies are also just good, sound practices for living a happy, healthy, fulfilled life. And so in many ways, those who are completely unaware that a shifting is occurring can be preparing themselves subconsciously. Certain individuals know that something is happening without putting it into words. And so you see, it really does not matter what you believe. It does, however, matter whether you listen to your inner guidance, and your inner guidance is always telling you the same thing that we are. So we recommend that you listen and that you feel for these energies every single day. The first thing you can do when you wake up to prepare yourself is to take the temperature of the energies that you can feel and see what the universe has in store for you. When you are prepared for anything, you have a much easier time of being there during this very tumultuous and shifty time of ascension. Shifting slowly. We are tremendously excited to be a part of this journey with all of you, you who are so heavily entrenched in your fourth dimensional ways. We want very much to pull you up into the fifth dimension, yet we also understand the value of you experiencing the slow upward movement. Therefore, we are happy to gently nudge you and encourage you to come up into your version of the fifth dimension. We salute you for having exactly what it takes to make the journey. You are beautiful beings of love and light, and you are there to experience yourselves as such, even though there is plenty of darkness and hate all around you. It is and has been a challenge for you to stay focused on what is inside of you and what is whole and pure. But that is what will always feel best to you. You will never feel what you ultimately want to feel by striking down the enemy, the ones who operate in the dark. You will always evolve and ascend when you recognize what is out there as also being inside of you. And when you take the approach to life, you open yourselves up to so much more. You don't have to limit yourself or your experience because you are not building a bubble around yourself, and you're not out there lowering your vibration in an attempt for some kind of justice. We are beings who evolved and ascended in a star system where most people live like your Tibetan monks, and so we know firsthand how beneficial it is to go within, to feel and to expand. Of course, in our star system, we never face the darkness in the way that you have, or the way that the beings incarnating in the Orion star system have. But we are the examples to all of you who want to come up and meet us in the happy place, the place of unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness. They are the path to ascension, to the fifth dimension, and you are the ones doing the hard work and the heavy lifting. We get to be the cheerleaders, and we know that at times you want to shake your fist at us and tell us how unfair that is, and we can accept that. We are not going to trade places with you, not right now, but trust us when we say that the next time around, you will be the cheerleaders, and we will be the ones in lower dimensions struggling with all the muck and mire of physical existence. We know that might not be of much solace to you right now, but we hope it helps. How we see you. We have a perspective on humanity that allows us to see you in the most positive light possible. We are able to hold that vision of you because we see who you really are underneath the layers of what you have picked up along the path. We want you to feel for the positive expectation that we have for you. It goes beyond hope because it is a knowing that we hold of the truth of who you are. You are beings of pure light and love, and you are doing much better than you often give yourselves credit for. You choose to incarnate in the hardest dimension on the most challenging, emotionally charged, and diverse planet in the entire universe. You could consider yourselves to be the superheroes of our galaxy, as you have taken on so much that you are in the process of healing and resolving. And you are doing it the hard way. You're doing it by feeling all the emotions and re-experiencing traumas that started their cycles eons ago. And here you are, completing the cycle for not only humanity, but for all beings. We want to assure you that the shift that you awakened ones are helping to ensure happens is going to be worth all of this. And we also want you to know that once you complete the mission you have there on Earth, you will be able to return to other parts of the galaxy, where you have friends and soul family members. You will be able to experience a homecoming that you desire, and the first homecoming will be when you complete the shift. We are very pleased with what we see in each of you, and we want you to feel for it. Don't just take our word for it. Feel for the light and love that you are made of, and do your best to hold that perspective when you are looking at the other humans on planet Earth. Spread the vibration around and hold a space for the rest of humanity. It is the only way to feel truly satisfied throughout the rest of your journey to the fifth dimension. Turn off, tune in. We are pleased to share with you the following transmissions because we know that so many of you have been waiting to receive any sort of hope about the progress that humanity is making. We sense there is an urgency within humanity to right the ship, to get yourselves pointed in the right direction, and we want to assure you that there's no such ticking clock. The evolution of the consciousness of humanity will continue regardless of what happens and what does not happen. Therefore, we want you to relax and stop taking score. You are doing very well, and you'll continue to be the ones who are holding space for the rest of humanity. What we have also noticed is that those of you who are awake and who are aware of the higher frequency beings who are assisting you are letting yourselves off the hook more. And when you do that, when you take the weight of the world off your shoulders, you let in more of that help that is coming. You are receiving more healing energy. You are receiving more upgrades, more downloads, and you are raising your vibration to such an extent that we can say with even more certainty than we have ever said before, and that is the truth that you are shifting to the fifth dimension. The pendulum has already swung, and there is no going back now. So the question remains then, how can you enjoy it more? How can you live with a sense of hope rather than a sense of urgency? And how can you let in more of what you have been asking for? One of the easiest ways to do this is to turn off your televisions, put down your devices, shut off your computers, and either go within or go outside. The less you tune into the media, whether it is social or otherwise, and the more you tune into what is important to you, the more you get that which is important to you. And you can see the progress that you are making when you look within for it, because you all can run so much more energy than you just did 5 years ago, and that is something to feel excited about. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you.